Hold up. What in the love and hip-hop multiverse just happened? Did Bambi really just stand up in court, flip her hair, and admit to sleeping with Stevie freaking J while Lil Scrappy sat there looking like his soul left the building? Y'all, this ain't just your average reality TV mess. This is scorched earth, headline-snatching, internet-breaking scandal on steroids. And yes, it's real enough to make Mona Scott Young jealous she didn't catch it on camera. So let's get this straight. We've got Bambi, the Southern Belle turned spicy courtroom siren, allegedly confessing under oath to an affair with none other than Mr. Danger Zone himself, Stevie J. And guess who was right there, front row, with his jaw on the floor? That's right, Lil Scrappy, the Prince of Crunk turned courtroom casualty. But wait, was this a slip of the tongue or a calculated bombshell? Was Bambi setting fire to everything on purpose? And why is Stevie J acting like he ain't got a care in the world, flashing that smug grin like he just walked off a bad boy yacht party? Get comfortable, because what we're about to expose is messier than Carly Red's relationship timeline, and trust us, this scandal is just getting started. Y'all thought Love and Hip Hop was just a show? Nah, baby. This right here is a whole Greek tragedy with lace fronts, child support drama, and betrayal so deep it's making Shonda Rhimes sweat. Buckle up, because we about to dive into the scandal that has officially ended Lil Scrappy's last remaining shred of peace, and quite possibly his bank account. So what exactly happened in that courthouse that made grown men stop scrolling and aunties drop their hot combs? Sources inside the courtroom, and by sources we mean somebody's cousin who posted on IG live from the hallway, say it was dead silent when Bambi stood up, turned to the judge, and dropped the bombshell of the decade. Yes, I slept with Stevie J while I was still married to Scrappy. Record scratch. Collective gasp. Instagram meltdown. That's right. The Bam, formerly known as Scrappy's ride or die, mother of his children, an occasional motorcycle enthusiast, confessed to an alleged affair with none other than Atlanta's most toxic music mogul, Stevie the Sleaze J. And this wasn't whispered behind closed doors. Oh no. This was said out loud, in a courtroom, under oath, with Scrappy sitting just 10 feet away. Witnesses say Scrappy's reaction was instant. 1 second he was nodding respectfully while checking his phone, probably looking for crypto deals or booking studio time with no budget, and the next his phone hit the floor and his whole soul left his body. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't just a cheating scandal. This is a complete emotional demolition. Let's rewind for a second. How did we get here? Lil Scrappy and Bambi were already neck-deep in divorce proceedings. Rumors had been flying for months. Cold shoulders at events, deleted couple pics, shady TikToks. But nobody was ready for this level of explosive mess. We were all thinking the usual. Infidelity, maybe some financial stress, probably a burner phone or two. But Stevie J, the man who managed to fumble Jocelyn, gaslight Mimi, and randomly marry Faith Evans like it was a Tuesday? Yeah, that's Stevie J, and y'all know he's been quiet lately. Too quiet. Turns out he wasn't just sipping tea. He was brewing a scandal. Grande with oat milk and betrayal on the side. Now let's talk timing, because this ain't just messy, it's strategic. Bambi reportedly made the confession during a heated custody dispute. According to court insiders, who may or may not be part-time Uber drivers with law degrees from YouTube University, the judge asked a simple question about marital misconduct, and Bambi went full Beyoncé lemonade, giving us more tea than a Bravo reunion. The moment she said Stevie's name, it was like a nuclear bomb hit downtown Atlanta. Social media lit up. Twitter turned into a courtroom sketch artist with hashtags. One user wrote, "Not Bambi hopping from Scrappy to Stevie, like it's musical chairs of dysfunction." Another chimed in, "At this point, Mona Scott should get a Pulitzer." But here's the twist. This confession could actually change the entire custody battle. You see, infidelity during marriage, especially if it impacts the well-being of the children, can be a factor in Georgia custody laws. Scrappy's legal team reportedly perked up like pit bulls hearing a steak drop. They're allegedly compiling a case to argue that Bambi's reckless behavior proves she's unfit for primary custody. Sources say they've already subpoenaed Love and Hip Hop footage, hotel receipts, and even DM screenshots from a burner account with the name IJ Stevie Sneaky Link. Oh, but wait. You thought it stopped there? Because we haven't even touched on the financial fallout. Scrappy allegedly had no prenup in place. Let me say that again. No. Prenup. None. So if this confession leads to court decisions favoring Bambi, Scrappy could be looking at child support, alimony, and legal fees, all while possibly losing custody of the kids he actually seems to love. The man who once rapped about keeping it gangsta might now be rapping about Section 8 housing and doing features for gas money. And y'all, the streets are talking. Bambi's confession might just be the tip of the scandal iceberg. Multiple. Online sleuths, aka bored fans with time and a strong Wi-Fi signal, have been digging through old social media posts, and baby, it's giving clues were there all along. One Twitter user dug up a 2023 IG Live where Stevie J was seen in the background of Bambi's story, shirtless, casually walking past like he lived there. Another post from Bambi's now deleted Finsta showed 2 wine glasses, a bottle of Douce, and a man's watch that, wait for it, matched the one Stevie wore to a BET afterparty. Coincidence? Not in this universe. As for Scrappy, his Instagram has gone silent. Last post? A selfie captioned, "Loyalty over everything," posted 3 days before the court hearing. Yeah, that aged like milk in the Atlanta sun. But y'all, you know who hasn't been silent? Mama D. Yes, the queen of ratchet royalty has entered the chat. And let me tell you, she is not holding back. In a fiery Instagram live that now has over 2 million views, Mama D said, and we quote, "I always knew that Bambi was a snake. And now she done slithered right into bed with a man who used to be my friend? Oh no, baby. You can't come back from that. Off with her lace front." Honestly, if we're keeping it real, Mama D deserves a podcast. Someone give her a mic and a platform, because the way she's reading this situation like a church mother, with tea after Bible study, iconic. But here's where things get even more twisted. Allegedly, Stevie J and Bambi plan to go public after the divorce finalized. Sources close to Stevie, okay, it was a friend of his barber's cousin, claim that the two were considering launching a relationship reveal campaign. Instagram couple photos, YouTube vlog, maybe even a spot on Couples Retreat. That plan is now in ashes. The confession wasn't scheduled, and reportedly Stevie J is furious. Word is, he didn't want the news out until the paperwork was clean. But now he's getting dragged into a courtroom drama that could cost him more than just a little reputation rehab, because Stevie's not just a sleazy ex. He's got legal problems of his own, including a nasty custody case with Faith Evans and ongoing issues with child support payments for his 53 other kids. So Bambi's confession didn't just wreck Scrappy's world, it might have torched Stevie's too. And just when we thought it couldn't get any worse. And just like that, the courtroom went from silent tension to nuclear meltdown the second Bambi opened her mouth and let that truth grenade fly. Yes, I was involved with Stevie J while I was still married to Scrappy. Boom. You could practically hear the collective gasp echo through the timeline. The judge blinked twice. Scrappy looked like his soul packed a bag and left his body. And Stevie J? He just sat there smug, like he was waiting for someone to pass him a Grammy for Best Supporting Scandal. According to multiple sources, and by sources we mean everybody with a Twitter account and a flair for chaos, this revelation hit harder than a Jocelyn Hernandez remix. But wait, it gets even messier. Bambi didn't just admit to the affair. No, she served it on a silver platter, detailing how Scrappy emotionally checked out of the marriage, how he allegedly ghosted parenting duties, and how she found comfort in someone who actually listened. That someone being, yep, Mr. Hitman himself, Stevie J. Apparently, this wasn't just a one-time oops at a VH1 afterparty. This was a months-long affair, complete with hidden hotel rendezvous, burner phones, and even whispers that Mama D low-key suspected something but didn't say a word because, and I quote, she thought Stevie was a better fit anyway. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, but the internet tried. Within minutes, Reddit threads were exploding, TikToks were being edited in real time, and Instagram gossip pages went full DEFCON 1. One blog even claimed Bambi and Stevie were spotted together weeks before the court date in Miami, cozied up at a poolside bar, sipping something that was definitely not just innocent lemonade. And Scrappy? Well, his social media activity started looking like a man unraveling. Cryptic quotes about betrayal, black and white selfies, and one particular IG story that said, "Don't trust no one, not even your own shadow." Bro, it's giving Shakespearean tragedy, but with better filters. Meanwhile, Stevie J, the alleged puppet master in all of this, didn't hide. He didn't deny. He doubled down. Went on IG Live smirking like he just pulled off the heist of the century and said, "People mad at me for loving someone who needed love. Sir, please." The comments were absolutely ruthless. One fan wrote, "Stevie J just Thanos snapped Scrappy's marriage into dust." While another said, "Scrappy needs to file a restraining order against Karma." And if you thought Scrappy would take the high road, think again. Word on the street is he tried to leak texts proving Bambi was already unstable and using Stevie to get back at him. But those receipts? They backfired hard. Fans quickly pointed out that the timestamps on the messages contradicted his own storyline from Love and Hip Hop, and one even spotted a typo in Scrappy's name, proving he probably faked the text himself. Amateur hour. But the real twist came when VH1 producers were dragged into the mix. Allegedly, they knew about the affair months ago but saved it for maximum television impact. Multiple insiders are now claiming this whole scandal was quietly documented, and there may be unreleased footage of Bambi and Stevie J alone together, raw, unedited, and ready for the highest bidder. Fans started demanding the footage, like it was the lost Infinity Stone, and some are even threatening to boycott VH1 if they don't release the real truth. As if that wasn't enough chaos, a leaked email surfaced supposedly from Bambi's PR team, planning a narrative, control strategy weeks ahead of the trial. In it, they describe Scrappy as emotionally volatile, financially unstable, and deeply disconnected from reality TV relevance. Yikes. And here's where the financial drama kicks in like a wrecking ball. Rumors exploded that Scrappy had recently defaulted on a car lease for a luxury Bentley, and fans put two and two together real quick. One user tweeted, "Bambi took the man, the house, and now the ride too?" To which someone else replied, "Stevie J just hit Scrappy with the infinity gauntlet of loss." But wait, there's more. Enter Carly Red, because why not? The walking, talking mess magnet herself posted a shady boomerang holding a wine glass with the caption, "Some of y'all should have stayed loyal to your wife instead of your ego." Fans were quick to speculate whether she was hinting at past tea or just stirring the pot because the camera wasn't on her for 5 minutes. Either way, the timeline loved it. Meanwhile, Bambi started gaining followers, like, a lot. Over 200K new followers in just 3 days, landing her a fresh skincare sponsorship deal and even a rumored podcast offer called Breaking Bambi Healing After Hell. This woman turned court chaos into a career rebrand overnight. Stevie J naturally is now being courted for a men's redemption series, with producers pitching it as The Bachelor but toxic. Scrappy? He's been oddly quiet since his last live, which featured him pacing in his backyard and whispering about spiritual warfare. One Reddit thread speculates that he's planning a massive public comeback, maybe a new mixtape, maybe a tell-all, but the odds aren't in his favor. Not when his own stylist commented on Bambi's page with, "You look happier now." Brutal. And let's not forget the wild rumor that Bambi and Stevie J may be expecting. A fan spotted what they called a bump during her recent paparazzi walkthrough at LAX, and while there's no confirmation, that didn't stop blogs from running wild with headlines like, "Scrappy to stepdad?" Not even a little bit. As the dust continues to settle, it's clear this isn't just a scandal. It's a full-blown cultural event. Betrayal, revenge, money, power. It's giving Shonda Rhimes, Tyler Perry, and Mona Scott all wrapped into one chaotic ATL soap opera. The fans are split, the families are feuding, and the internet can't look away. Everyone's waiting to see who speaks next, who claps back, and which one of them ends up with their own docuseries deal. And just as the gavel dropped and court adjourned, Bambi turned to Scrappy and whispered something. No one knows what, but cameras caught his face afterward. He looked like a man who finally realized the empire had fallen, and there was no coming back from this. And just when you thought this messy soap opera couldn't get any messier, Bambi's next move detonated like a nuke dropped right on Scrappy's. Financial grave? Word on the street? Sis pulled out screenshots, baby. Not just any screenshots, we're talking DMs, voice notes, flight receipts, and a hotel invoice with Stevie J's government name printed bold at the top like a Netflix series credit. Allegedly, Bambi told the court she had been trying to come clean, but Scrappy's obsession with public perception forced her to suffer in silence. Oh, the irony. Because just days after that courtroom drama aired out like dirty laundry in Times Square, Scrappy's business sponsors began dropping like flies. That cologne brand he launched, gone. His sneaker line, shelved. Rumors swirled that even his longtime barber said, "Nah, fam, I can't be associated with this energy." We're talking total reputation collapse, in real time. Meanwhile, Twitter was catching fire. Hashtags like Stevie snatched Scrappy, and Battle of the Bands ATL were trending faster than you could say, love and hip-hop plot twist. Memes of Stevie J photoshopped onto a courtroom throne circulated like wildfire, while Scrappy was cartoonishly edited sobbing into a stack of unpaid bills. And let's not even mention Instagram Live. Bambi went live and said, and we quote, "Y'all think I wanted to fall for Stevie? Y'all ever been ignored for years while your man plays rapper in his 40s? Cue the collective gasp. She didn't hold back. She called Scrappy a man-child, a professional victim, and accused him of lying about everything from child support payments to how many teeth he's actually had crowned. And if that wasn't spicy enough, someone from Stevie J's camp, who conveniently remained anonymous, told media outlets that the affair wasn't even an affair, because Bambi and Scrappy been broken up spiritually for years. Oh? Spiritually broken up? We've officially entered the realm of metaphysical cheating now. In a stunning turn of events, Erica Dixon, yes, Scrappy's ex-ex, decided it was her moment to jump into the spotlight like she was waiting backstage this whole time. She posted a cryptic Instagram caption that read, "Some of y'all finally seeing the clown behind the makeup." Fans instantly decoded it like the Da Vinci Code and aimed it right at Scrappy. But wait, it gets worse. Court documents were leaked, allegedly showing that Scrappy had been funneling money from his reality TV earnings into a secret crypto project that has since, surprise, surprise, completely flopped. One insider claimed Scrappy had convinced Bambi to invest 50 kilos of her own money into Scrap Coin, promising her the next Dogecoin. Yeah. Well, turns out Scrap Coin had all the financial structure of a wet paper bag. Bambi told the court she lost thousands, and Stevie J even joked on Clubhouse that he tried to warn her. But nobody was laughing. Especially not Scrappy, who reportedly owes more than $200,000 in unpaid taxes, unpaid child support, and now, according to the legal team Bambi's been working with, potential alimony. That's right, alimony. Because Bambi's attorneys are claiming emotional distress, financial deceit, and public defamation. And if this goes through, Scrappy might end up living in his recording studio. Meanwhile, Mama D tried to step in to defend her baby, but she ended up going viral for the wrong reasons when she accidentally referred to Stevie J as my son-in-law on an IG Live, then immediately panicked and logged off. Fans caught it, screenshotted it, and added it to the growing list of receipts. Rumors even started swirling that Mama D had been in contact with Stevie J long before the scandal broke, which led to wild speculation that this entire setup had been co-signed from within the family. Scrappy, for his part, did what every imploding celebrity does. He went on The Breakfast Club. He tried to hold it together, swore Bambi was making it all up for clout, and even accused Stevie of preying on broken homes. But his voice cracked. The tears? Oh, they were right there. Charlemagne asked him if he still loved Bambi. And y'all, Scrappy paused for so long the producers thought his mic had cut out. "I don't know anymore," he finally said, sounding like a man who just realized his iCloud was hacked and his credit score was under 500. But the internet wasn't sympathetic. One user posted, "Scrappy lost his wife, his brand, and his dignity to a man who once fought Jocelyn on national TV and lost." Another wrote, "Stevie J Dunn collected more ATL tears than Mona Scott's camera crew." And speaking of Mona, don't think for a second she's missing this golden opportunity. Insiders claim VH1 has already greenlit a Love and Hip Hop redemption spin-off, focusing entirely on the aftermath of this affair And the network is allegedly offering $500K to Bambi and Stevie J to do a tell-all sit-down special. Scrappy, reportedly, was offered $50K to show up and react in silence. If that doesn't say it all, what does? And just when you thought this couldn't possibly spiral further, a mystery woman came forward. She claimed she had been seeing Scrappy for the last year and had no idea he was still involved with Bambi. She dropped her receipts, texts, FaceTimes, and even a selfie of Scrappy asleep on her couch wearing Bambi's old bonnet. Bambi naturally reposted the image with the caption, "That's where my bonnet went. Savage." Stevie J, he's been chilling, posting vacation photos, sipping champagne in silk robes, and captioning everything with "unbothered." Fans are eating it up. In the court of public opinion, the verdict is clear. Scrappy is losing, and not just in love. We're talking financial collapse, credibility annihilation, and full-on PR destruction. Nobody's coming to save him. Not his fans, not his label, not even the hairline doctor he thanked on Twitter last year. Bambi? She's already in talks with a book publisher. Tentative title? From Baby Mama to Boss Moves, How I Turned My Pain into Power. Don't be surprised if there's a Netflix deal announced next week. As for Stevie J, well, he's been here before. Scandal, chaos, media madness. It's his natural habitat. But what no one expected was that he'd step into Scrappy's house, seduce the queen, destroy the empire, and come out smelling like a Grammy-nominated rose. In one fell swoop, Lil Scrappy went from minor ATL royalty to the punchline of every gossip podcast in America. And all it took was one courtroom confession, a couple of leaked receipts, and a woman who finally said, enough. The fallout? Still falling. The internet? Still exploding. And Scrappy? He's somewhere out there, scrolling through Stevie's vacation posts, wondering where it all went so wrong.